Hello my goddesses. Welcome back to another CAS video. So today we are going to be doing a Strangerville cast. I made up this cast name already. They are called the Extraordinary Five. So the first person I am creating is Ava. Ava is she is the tough chick of the group. When I first went into create a sim, that's what the sim looked like. And I'm like, you know what? Actually, I like this chick's style, so let me keep her in here. So I just went in there and changed her outfit. So with Ava, I just gave her some looks that looks like it would be her style. She looks like the grungy type chick, the really tough chick and stuff, but Ava really is tough. That's why I gave her the athletic trait. Her aspiration is the bodybuilder trait, because Ava's a fighter, so she is the muscles of the entire group. Because Ava used to run with a group called the Misfortunes in her high school. It was a group with a bunch of misfits in it, and you know, Ava she did grow up with two parents that are doomsday preppers. If you guys don't know what doomsday preppers are, it is a show. It's really informative. It's like people who feel like, you know, something might happen, like the end of the world or an apocalypse or anything like that. So Ava's parents are doomsday preppers. Ava is a doomsday prepper too. She's been prepping since she was 10 years old. And when she heard about this town called Strangeville and weird stuff was happening, you know, both of her parents, they're like, oh, we knew it. The end was coming and people thought we were insane, but it's coming to life. It's coming true. And, you know, Ava, with her group, she decided to see what was up. Even though her parents did not want Ava to go, Ava's like, hey, I need to figure out what this is so me and my group can stop it. So yeah, guys, that's a little backstory of Ava. Oh, and by the way, Ava and Giovanni, they are very close friends. They have known each other for a long time. They were in the same group at school called the Misfortunes. That's a group full of misfits where kids just get in trouble a lot by the authorities and stuff like that. So that's where Ava comes from. Ava, you know, she has a really good heart. She's not all bad. She does have a good heart, but you know, she keeps it protected. She keeps it very well protected. So that's the story of Ava. And then we're going to go on to the next person I created. I believe it's a he. Yeah, it's a he. He is the leader of the entire group. And I think he's coming up in a minute. I think his name is Augustine. I named him Augustine. Let's see. Okay, that's what I gave Ava. Okay, I didn't know because I didn't know what her winter wear would be because I don't have seasons. Oh, okay, but this is Augustine. He is the leader of the group. He is a geek. He loves to play video games, and the reason why he wants to bring the gang to Strangerville is because he wants to know what's happening, especially since he wants to become more like his father. He wants to become more like his father because his father used to work for the CIA, but sadly he died on the mission because he has some information on the government that was never supposed to be told, and when they found out he had that information, they tracked his dad down and killed him. And Augustine, you know, he kind of wants to like avenge his dad because the government tried to low-key call his father a traitor and try to slander his name throughout the news, and people And since that day, people have looked at Augustine and his family funny, and Augustine kind of wants to clear his dad's name and just prove, bring some, what's the word called? He wants to put his family's name back in good graces. He wants to make people know, hey, like, they're not like what, we're not like what they say on the news. Like, we're not like that. My dad wasn't a traitor. He was a very respectable man. He risked his life to try to let the public know what the government was up to. And that's Augustine's, that's his job to find out what's happening at Strangerville. So Augustine is a geek. He loves to play his video games. He loves to be outside, all that other stuff. Augustine he's a really cool dude. He's very laid back. He's very chill. I think I kind of left most of his clothes the way they were because I found they were okay. It kind of fit his personality and his traits on what I wanted him to be. So I'm just here picking out his shoes and everything and, making sure his outfits are okay. So, the only person that is left alive in his family is his mother. His mother is still living, even though this is her only son, but sadly he had to leave her behind to figure out the mystery in Strangerville with the Extraordinary Five. Yep, with the Extraordinary Five. Augustine is really cool. He's a really cool dude. He has a quiet way with the ladies. Don't let the clothes fool you. He's got game. He's got game. He's a cool dude. He respects everyone. He loves everyone in his group. And now we're gonna move on to the next person that's personally my favorite. Okay, here we are. We have what you call, her name is Alexia. I forgot her last name, but her first name is Alexia. I'm trying to pick out her name. It took a while for me to try to choose the right name for her. So her name is Alexia. Alexia is a genius. She is a genius because her dad, her mom and dad, they're not conspiracy theorists, okay, and they're not conspiracy theorists, they're not doomsday preppers, but her dad works for the CIA. He's a very smart man. He works for the CIA, and her mom runs her own gym. So Alexia was blessed with both brains and beauty. Like, who says you can't look gorgeous and be intelligent at the same time? So she is the brains of the entire team. So Ava, they usually call, not Ava, Alexia is the brains of the team. They usually call on her when they can't understand certain things, so they have to call on Alexia to understand what it is. Alexia, since her dad works for the CIA and he has worked for the Pentagon before, so she can hack into the Pentagon. Like, that's how intelligent she is. She can hack into the Pentagon. She can hack into any server at all. And besides, that's how she got Ava to basically and she was the one that changed Ava's grade. When Ava was failing in school, Alexia was the one that hacked in the school system and changed Ava's grades to all A's, and that's how she passed high school. But Alexia, she's very beautiful. She's intelligent. She is the girly girl of the group, so she's the Daphne of the group. Okay, but the thing is, she's kind of more useful than Daphne was. Let me stop. She is kind of more useful than Daphne was at the beginning of Scooby-Doo, because y'all know how Daphne was. She always got kidnapped and stuff before she started to defend herself. So yes, Alexia is the Daphne of the group. She's very feminine. She's very girly. She loves fashion. She's intelligent. But Alexia can defend herself, but if she knows that people can defend her, she feels like she doesn't have to, but Alexia can defend herself, so she's not completely weak. She isn't completely weak, but she's not entirely strong. She's only strong enough to like defend herself and her friends, and that's it. So she is one of my favorite Sims I've created. I think she's very pretty. She is very interesting. She is alluring. She is a genius, and I think she's a romantic too. And her aspiration is a serial romantic. That is her aspiration. So Alexia has dated different types of dudes in the past. She has dated different types of men. And who knows who she's going to fall in love with. Either it's going to be Augustine or Carlton. And Carlton's going to come up in a minute after Alexia. So anyway, guys, right before we get into Carlton's story, I want to talk to you guys about the controversy that's been around the Strangerville pack. To be honest, guys, it's kind of getting like a very annoying for the people who are complaining. Don't get me wrong. I understand people was waiting for University, and I believe University is gonna come too. Okay, I believe it's gonna come, but at the same time, it's okay to give constructive criticism, but when you're just full out just bashing the entire pack, like, it kind of just makes you look biased, and it makes me feel like the sim community is just never satisfied. Like, that's what it comes down to, in my opinion. It just seems like the sim community is never satisfied. It's like, it's either y'all want it, it's either, you know, y'all gonna wait for University to come out, because trust me, guys, people will find another reason to complain. And if they rushed University, they would have gotten more mad at the Sims team if they rushed University. So they're probably working on University right now as we speak, and people are mad. I understand some people's frustrations, but others are coming off like a-holes, in my opinion, coming off as a-holes. They're always complaining. It just seems like, you know, they're never satisfied. But hey, it is what it is. It's just a little brief, what's the word called? Summary of what I wanted to say about the pack, and, you know, the controversy and how people are responding to it. I've never seen so many people disappointed in a pack in all my entire life. I mean, it's, in my opinion, it's kind of getting out of control. I understand people don't want it, but come on, y'all. At the same time, a lot of people are not into realism LPs. More people are into fantasy. Okay, I'm subscribed to a lot of simmers who want fantasy stuff, who are into fantasy stuff. So this is right up their alley. Simsfeld. She does a lot of LPs that are fantasy like. She has done the Vampire Amazon Challenge. She has a Sims 3 series called Witch Brothers. The medieval Sims. She does a lot of stuff that's not related to the Sims. So, I mean, not related to realism LPs. So, while people were getting mad, I mean, you know, they gotta cater to everybody, guys. I mean, University is gonna come, and these are just for the people who are mad. I understand y'all were upset. Y'all wasn't that hyped for it. I kind of wasn't hyped for it either. I mean, it was very interesting, but I'm probably still gonna get it anyway, because, you know, it seems interesting, and I like sci-fi mystery stuff. So, you know, that's my 2 cents on it. So, I completely passed Carlton, and you guys saw him. He's a little cutie pie. Carlton is very much of a sweetheart. He lost both of his parents. He's been in a foster home for a while. He's been foster home to foster home. He's never had an actual family. He sees all of them as his family, and he loves the whole group. Okay, Carlton is a sweetheart. Okay, he is a very gloomy person because he lost his mom and dad in an accident. He did, and it was very hard for him. and he didn't know how to move on. He had to go from foster home to foster home until his grandparents found him and he lived with them, and he joined the Extraordinary Five at high school, and he's been with them ever since. So he's a sweetheart. He loves all of them. So that's Carlton's story. Now we're gonna go to Yavani's story. Yavani is the blogger. She is the writer. She writes all the blogs for the Extraordinary Five. So that's who they come to. Okay, this is who they come to when they need something to be written down. Okay, Yavani, she's a very, very, very lazy person. So Yavani doesn't want to do any extra activities, as long as they're not physical, as long as they're not anything that she has to lift up, carry, or anything else that requires physical activity. But I do love Yavani. So guys, here are some screenshots of the Extraordinary Five. They all live together. So guys, let me know what you guys think of the cast, and would you want me to do an LP on this? What do you guys say about the controversy about Strangerville and people's opinions on it? Because I believe some are reasonable and some are just ugh. So have a great day, guys.